I don't think anybody's arguing that there's unfair trade practices or, to use your term, cheating happening. But there are question marks about VAT tax, which is not necessarily a tariff trade barrier. I realize you can start getting into the argument around what VAT taxes, the money they raise goes towards domestic subsidies, but it's not actually considered a non-tariff barrier. So it raises the question. It raises the question.
Hang on. Let's focus on the VAT for a minute. You raised an interesting point. And I love, by the way, I was watching CNBC this morning, and there was this fascinating debate between Steve Leisman and Rick Santelli about precisely this issue. Now, I'll tell you historically that the United States, going back to the 1970s in the GATT area, has repeatedly tried to get relief from the WTO. The problem is that our income tax system is treated very differently under the rules of the WTO, and that leads to massive distortions in terms of flows of trade and where companies go and things like that. So when you say that the VAT doesn't matter, we have tried repeatedly at the WTO. They've said no relief for you, and that's part of the bigger problem. The WTO screws us every time we try to resolve a dispute over these non-tariff barriers. So please don't tell us that the VAT doesn't matter, because there's 30 years of history that says it does, and 30 years of history that says these people refuse to give us any relief. And here's the problem.
I hear you.
Go ahead, John.
I want to go back to the trade deficit issue, because that's a big one.